Afternoon, everybody. It's just gone 2 o'clock. It's Tuesday, the 9th of July. It's my old dad's birthday. I'm not going to talk too much about my holiday, he says. Um, what I will do, though, is I want to introduce Sarah McNulty straight away because Sarah is a whiz at global shipping, and I think I'm going to be learning a bit as well. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Sarah, and then afterwards we're going to talk about EAN numbers, which seems to be a concern for everybody, automation, and for those affiliates out there, we're going to talk about the affiliate payments. But first of all, over to you, Sarah.
So hi everybody, so this is the first one I've done of this. I'm going to talk a little bit about the global shipping program. I'll just tell you a little bit about my time in DS Domination first of all. So I've been with DS Domination since August last year. I started when I was pregnant with this little one. She's my third child, preschool child, so I don't have a lot of time to do it, but they're normally in bed by about 7:30 every night, so that's when I start my listings. And I just started it as a way of topping up my maternity pay while I'm off for this year with her, and it's been perfect for that. In fact, the income that I get from it has been more than I was expecting. So hopefully I'll not be going back to work for too long at the end of my maternity leave. So I started with Pro, and 6 weeks later joined Elite. And not long after that, eBay asked me to join if I wanted to join the global shipping program, and it's really straightforward. So everybody does have the option to opt out, but I really honestly couldn't see any reason why you would want to opt out. So there are 33 countries that you can ship to with the global shipping program, everywhere from Australia and New Zealand to closer to home like France and Ireland. And it's so straightforward. You don't do anything different to what you would do with a normal sale. You send the item to Derbyshire and they take care of everything else for you. So if you're just selling from Amazon, you get Amazon to ship it straight to the distribution centre in Derbyshire. A couple of things to watch out for. You have to make sure that you put the reference number. So this is from experience. First time I did it, I missed off the reference number, but I rang them up, it was fine. Another time, I missed off the last couple of digits of the reference number. And if you look at the reference number, the last 2 digits are letters, and that'll tell you what country it's going to. So this afternoon I've already had one to France, and it has FR at the end, and that's how I know it's France. So send it to Derbyshire, they will process it and ship it internationally for you, sort out anything if there's any customs or VAT or postage or tracking information for the global couriers, they sort out all that. Really you don't have to do anything, and you've got extra protection as well, because if it gets lost in transit, eBay will pick up the cost and sort everything else and protect you from any negative feedback from overseas as well. The other thing to watch out for is the size and weight restrictions. I can't remember exactly what they are, but it does say on eBay's website. I've had one thing that was rejected because it was too big. Now obviously when you drop shipping you don't see how much packaging the supplier puts around it, but what was rejected was a box of Lego. And I don't know how it could have been too big, but they said it was too big. I don't know if the supplier put a huge big box around it, but then I got refunded by eBay, and they kept the item and just gave me a refund, so I still got my profit. Sorry about that. And there's a weight restriction, I think it's 30 kgs, so check the sizes that the supplier gives you and you should be fine. A few categories you can't send abroad. possibly things like electronics. But again, when you do your listing, it'll tell you if you can or you can't. So there's absolutely no reason, there's nothing to be scared about. It's so simple. It's exactly the same as sending something to somebody in the UK. You're just sending it to the distribution centre instead. And that's it really. I would say I get several sales abroad a week at least. I've already had one this afternoon. And it's just an extra source of income. The other thing to watch out for is PayPal does charge more for a little bit more, doesn't make too much difference, a bit more for the exchange difference, I presume, between a foreign buyer and your PayPal account. But that's it. It's a great way of getting extra sales, 33 new countries worth of people, and I've had sales, like I say, Australia, New Zealand, Denmark, Germany, Italy, France, Ireland, and they've just introduced a whole load of new European countries, so you can send it to them as well. So it's great. I advise everybody to opt in rather than opt out. So that's about it for global shipping.
Thanks, Sarah. I have to endorse what Sarah said, and that is that I've been using global shipping for about a year now. I was quite worried, if that's the right word, about it, but I'm not sure why in hindsight, because it's dead easy. You do absolutely nothing different to what you do normally. You tick a box for global shipping, although most of the time it's already ticked. It's a case of unticking if the item doesn't qualify. And as Sarah says, if you forget to do that and you go right the way through your listing and press to confirm, then it will tell you that it doesn't qualify. Not a big deal. You just sell it in the UK. So it is another source of income, and so we're all looking for various sources of income with regards to our sales. So I thoroughly recommend it. So thanks, Sarah. You came on here at short notice. I'm really appreciative, especially with the little one in your arms. So a warm thank you for that, and hopefully you'll come back and tell us about other things to do with DS in the future. What I want to talk about now is EAN numbers. Everybody, including myself, right at the beginning, was getting really worried about this. There seemed to be no way of sorting this out, but in fact it was dead easy. For those of you that are still worried, stop, because there is absolutely no reason to be worried about it at all. There are, with regards to those on pro level and dealing with Amazon, there are various websites, and if you contact me privately I'll give you the details, where it will convert the ASIN number into an EAN number. I'm glad I haven't had a drink. And it will, and it does that for every item in Amazon. So that's dead easy. So you're already on Amazon to get your listing up, and so all you have to do is copy the ASIN number and put it into this website, and straight away it brings up the EAN number. For those of you that are on Elite or above, again, obviously you can use this website for Amazon, but there are other websites that help you with various ASIN numbers if you can get them. If not, then eBay sell EAN numbers, or there are sellers on eBay that sell EAN numbers. This week I purchased 10 numbers to give them a try, because I was a bit dubious whether they would work or not, and they absolutely work a treat. Yesterday I ordered 1,000 for £7.99, and again they're all working a treat. So please do not worry about the EAN numbers. You can get them for free if you're dealing with Amazon, and you can get them for pennies if you're dealing with other suppliers. So just crack on with what you were doing. The other thing, automation. Seems to be some confusion as to when the UK automation is coming on board. I'm reliably informed from Kenya that it will be on board around about the 29th of this month for UK users. America has had it since June, and they're raving about it. And from what I've heard about it, I can understand why, because it pretty much does everything for you. The only thing it doesn't do is actually choose the item from Amazon. If they could find something that did that, I could just switch my computer on and fall asleep. But it sounds like it's really going to be good, and that comes on board 29th of July for UK users. Finally, well, not finally, affiliate payments. For those of you that are affiliates, obviously I'm one as well. You would have noticed through the month of June, going into early July, that any commissions that you should have got were actually being refused because it was saying you hadn't signed up. That has now been resolved. I had, day before yesterday, 40 missed commissions come through in one go. But I must admit I was getting concerned because they kept giving dates and the dates disappeared, and then they'll give you a new date and that came and went and so on. But that now has been resolved, and Hitesh single-handedly has gone through every account to sort it out. So credit to him for doing that, because it must have been a huge job when you think how many members there are on DSD and how many affiliates. Now then, I can't really get away with this half hour without talking about my holiday. Hopefully some of you saw the little video that I sent from Portugal. It was done on the spur of the moment, and it was just something that we wanted to try. I must admit I was dead nervous. Never done anything like that before. It's easy sitting in a room where nobody can see you, but actually standing in a marina with people walking past and me talking to a tablet, people must have thought I was mad. But we hope to do more of that type of stuff as and when we get the opportunity. We also want to do training as well, proper training for pro, elite, etc. And we will sort that out in the near future. I also want to set up a group of elite, as in not the package, but elite DSDers, people that are doing extremely well. I want the group to be a think tank to use best practice and actually encourage many others to succeed as soon as they possibly can. I'll be in touch with key members very, very soon, so that we can have a chat between us all about it and the best way forward and whether it's going to work, because it's an idea that's been in my head for a long time. There aren't many ideas that stay there for a long time, but it's something that I think could have some merit, where if we pick those people who are doing extremely well with DSD, regardless of what package they're on, and bring them together and try and offer a better service, shall we say, to others that newly join DSD, I think that would be beneficial to all. So that's something else to discuss. And finally, although we're going to finish early today, you may have noticed that my partner, the ugly one, that is Mark, he's not here. I just want to give a mention to Mark, who's been going through a pretty rough time the last 2 or 3 weeks of a personal nature, which I won't go into. I would like, if possible, for everyone within DSD Thunder to send him our best wishes. Mark assures me he's going to be back next week, but I have encouraged him to take his time and come back when he's ready. Like with everything, family comes first. But I wish him well, and I'm sure that you wish him well as well. But if you could show that on DSD Thunder, I'd be most grateful. Once again, thanks to Sarah for coming on, and now Sarah's been hooked onto the Hangout. Rest assured, she's going to be used again and again and again. She's getting quite a reputation, a good one, I have to say, with regards to how well she's doing within DSD Thunder. My upline, Chrissy, almost threatened me not to use her on the Hangouts. So I thought, well, I better do then if Chrissy's saying that. So I'm grateful, Sarah, for giving up your time. I know it's difficult when you've got children. And to everybody else, have a good weekend that's coming up. Hope you get plenty of sales. Don't forget, we're here to help you. I apologise for being away from the Hangouts for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Well, I don't really, because I've been on holiday, so I don't care. But I wish you all well. Wish Mark all the best, and see you next Thursday. And if you have anything you want me to discuss next Thursday, then please do so. Our guest next week is Nikki Preston. Has only been with DSD a few weeks, but is actually doing extremely well. In fact, I get so bored now with her comments of how well she's doing and how many sales she's getting. I feel like blocking her comments, but I decided not to. But she's coming on next week to discuss how she got involved and what her secret is. And then after that, we have Kenya from what was the Dream Team and is now the Freedom Fighters. She's coming on, which is good, because I think it's about 6 o'clock in the morning in America for her. But she's agreed to come on, and she's going to talk about how she got started with DS and whatever else she wants to talk about, because she's God and she will talk about whatever she wants. So, and I shall just sit here nice and quiet, which I know is hard to believe for some of you. So take care, everyone, and speak to you next week.